Welcome, Professor Kev Sugar, my friend Anna with us from Project Life Ready. Good afternoon, my friend. How you doing?
Good afternoon. I'm doing well. How about you?
Just living the dream, my friend. So let's start at the beginning. Tell us how you came up with this idea.
So, in the community that I live in, and I feel like just across the US in general, we have a lot of tools for academic enrichment at our disposal. But I think that something that we need to focus on more is like overall well-being, considering like optimizing your time, focusing on your health and your mental state of being over just your academic accomplishments. And I'm a big believer in like embracing the moment, but I also know that a lot of us are balancing that with a drive to succeed and reach these new heights and achievements. So Project Life Ready is something that I put together to essentially enable ambitious, driven high schoolers like myself to ensure that they're overall happy and healthy while achieving their goals.
I
Ba-
absolutely love that idea. Absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Keep going.
So essentially, Project Life Ready, it's completely free and it's an online course, kind of like when you've seen on like Coursera or Udemy. So I actually have it on Udemy as like the platform for people to access it. And it has four modules, which are time management and prioritization, physical fitness and nutrition, emotional and mental well-being, and personal financial foundations. And for each module, I had a guest speaker come on and do a sort of interview video with me, which I included in each of my lessons. So for the first one, that was time management, I had a corporate vice president come on and share a little bit about how he manages his time and his work-life balance. Then for the second one, I had a certified nutritionist. Then I had a certified life coach. And finally, I had a financial expert who writes blogs for teenagers to kind of get them oriented with their finances as they transition to adulthood.
I like it because I like that you started with time management because to me, that's the trigger for everything else. When I
Yeah.
don't plan my time, I don't eat well because I don't make the time to eat well. Like, oh, just grab something, simple. And it's always a bad choice. So it's kind of interesting how it all dominoes. But as a professor, I see everything you're saying. Sometimes we're so focused on getting that A, getting that grade, that it just kills the rest of your life. It's like, did you have fun this weekend? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Dude, I
absolutely.
studied 10 hours both days, and I'm like, you got to have a life too, because I've had a lot of students do that. I love them. They're focused on getting that grade. But I'm like, someday when you're sitting with your grandbabies, hopefully, and they're like, tell us about being in college. And you're going to say, well, yeah, I studied, 12 hours both days. That's not the story they're looking for, So now this seems to be personal to you. Like, are you seeing students struggling with this?
Yes, so definitely. I see, honestly, myself is where it started with because I'm that stereotype of a student who's like A's, like grades, gotta be doing the best of the best. And my mom is a huge believer in like living in the moment. So she's always like, well, remember, this is not everything. Like in 5 years from now, it's gonna be like how much fun did you have? Who are the people you met, the memories you created, not did you get 100 on that one test that you took in 10th grade? So from there, I kind of started seeing those patterns in my friends as well. Like they'd be telling me how they slept for 3 hours that night, or how they didn't even come out of their room because they were studying for so long, or how they didn't think about eating healthy or going to the gym because who has time to work out? We got to be studying, right?
Oh,
And then kind of zoom out of that lens of like school, 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 college, 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 and you think about the long run, you're like your 50-year-old, 70-year-old self is going to be stronger. Maybe your joints would be healthier because you've been going to the gym consistently or you've been eating vegetables, and
oh,
your heart would be happier, less stress, less like cardiac arrest because you made time for the activities you love and decompressing. But at the same time, none of us want to sacrifice those high goals that we've set for ourselves.
no.
So.
Please make sure you hug your mom for me because sounds amazing. All kidding aside, I wish more parents took that approach because sometimes that pressure does come from the top. They want you to get in the best grades, get in the best school, and that support system's. You're just so lucky. That's all I can say. You're so lucky. So, crystal ball time. What are we hoping to accomplish in the future with this idea?
So I would love for this to become a part of school curriculums. I'm currently trying to in talks with my counselor to have it included in my school's like social emotional learning lessons.
Yep.
And then the broader goal is to get it to be associated with some type of organization who's interested in like teen mental health, or even better would be with a school or a district. So it's being promoted to all students. Because one thing I was very conscious about when creating Project Life Ready was that it's something that's truly applicable and that it was easy to digest. So I made sure the entire course is less than 1 hour in length.
Good.
And each like lesson has actionable steps. So for example, for the emotional well-being, there's this thing that I like to call the thought ladder. And it essentially teaches students how to transition from a negative thought to a positive thought. So say you're thinking like, oh, I can never do well on this type on a US history test. If you suddenly start telling yourself like, "Oh, I'm gonna ace this test," your brain doesn't believe you. It's like, "No, you can't. Like you're not good at history."
Yep.
But the thought ladder is kind of breaking it down into rungs. So first you'll start saying, "I noticed that I'm thinking I'm bad at history and I might be wrong." And so you're kind of just putting that like it's not a fact, it's just my thought that I'm not good at this. Then you transition to it's possible that I'm good at history, to I'm choosing to believe I'm good at history. And that's kind of how you transition to eventually believing, genuinely believing that you're good at this. And I think that's such a valuable tool because at the end of the day, we are our thoughts. And if we can't change our thoughts, we can't change our behaviors to become the people we want to be. So that's why I say I want it to be just overall available to the biggest number of young adults possible. And that's my goal for the future.
Yep. And it's an amazing goal. What's the best way for people to reach out to you if they want to learn more?
Yeah, so I have a link where they can first of all sign up for Project Life Ready. I'd love for people to get on it and give me their feedback, go through the course. But just to reach out to me personally, they can email me at ananyakrishna26@gmail.com.
Awesome. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to call on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you so much.